I'm Kevin Lee, and let's queer up politics. Trump sparks outrage over Mueller death post as Bessent defends remarks on national TV. Outrage is growing after Donald Trump posted a shocking message following the death of former FBI Director Robert Mueller. Writing on Truth Social, Trump said, quote, "Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people," end quote. The reaction was immediate and widespread. Sarah McBride, the first out trans member of Congress, responded, quote, "No matter your political affiliation, decency matters. To celebrate the death of a veteran and a public servant is unconscionable for anyone, let alone a sitting president," end quote. New York Congressman Dan Goldman said, quote, "We mourn the passing of Robert Mueller, a true public servant, yet the President of the United States disgustingly celebrates Mueller's death simply because he exposed Trump's efforts to steal the 2016 election," end quote. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer accused Trump of attempting to distract from ongoing political issues. Media figures and former officials also raised concerns about precedent and rhetoric. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent defended Trump during an appearance on Meet the Press, invoking the FBI search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. He said, quote, "I think that given what has been done to President Trump and his family, it is impossible for either of us to understand what he has been through. I think that we should all have a little empathy for what has been done to him and his family," end quote. Quite interesting. I don't have any sympathy for this man. I think it's pretty decency matters, and there's no decency in this this gentleman. And I think also that we're not going to expect anything different. I mean, a duck is a duck. And also what I want to say is that these are really media distractions, in my opinion. And they want to tell you to look over here, and they want to create a firestorm or a tornado, and they want to get you to conceptualize something that literally keeps you occupied from what's really going on. Mm-hmm, so I always see these kinds of bizarre things happening as distractions.
Well, I just wanted to add this. You know, Robert Mueller was a decent man, and I want to say that, you know, as we were talking about this before, and as you were talking about this now, Robert Mueller was such a decent man and such an institutionalist, and he believed so deeply in the Constitution and the constitutional order that he did not come out and make a public announcement about his findings. He handed over the investigation to Bill Barr, and Bill Barr went on, I think it might have been Leslie Stahl who interviewed him. I'm not 100% sure. I don't get paid enough to do all the fact checking. But it was one of the big people that interviewed him. And Bill Barr said, "Oh, nothing to see here, nothing to see here." And Robert Mueller was so incensed, and he was so mortified and horrified, and all the fides, whatever word you can end in fide, he was that, because that is not what he said in his report. He found Russian interference in the election. He found so many inconsistencies in the investigation, and he believed that Bill Barr was going to do the right thing and actually represent what was in the report accurately. And I believe that is such for him to pass away while Trump is still in office, still unaccountable for the crimes that he committed, I think that he leaves a wonderful legacy of being a statesman and a scholar and all the good things that our country produces. But really, it is so sad that he could not bring about justice, you know, and for Trump to say he's dead, good, all the things I've been through. You know what? I don't wish harm on absolutely anyone, not Trump, not his family, not anybody. But I have to say, that is one of the most classless things and most ignorant things you could say about a true American patriot.
Well, and we know that Trump is not decent, and he doesn't. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be like our president. We don't strive to be, or others don't strive to be like him. All right? Do we have to talk about Charlie Crist? I mean, remember when he passed away and it was like, you know, let's have a Charlie Day and anybody who says anything negative about him is not a patriot, un-American, etc. We should have a Robert Mueller Day, okay? We really should, because he was a veteran. He had the cojones to come and bring this, you know, he led the inquiry on Trump. Nobody else has had the guts to do so, knowing what that would mean on the tail end, okay? Dealing with Parkinson's for the last 5 years and having to deal with the idiot that is in office. My God, there's another Medal of Honor he should have been receiving during that time.
Absolutely. And he kept his head down. He didn't disclose anything. There were hardly
any. He could have.
I think there were no leaks from his investigation, no leaks at all, except there were, what was his name? I forget his name, but he was texting his girlfriend, I believe, who worked for the office, who was promptly fired. Nothing from Robert Mueller. He was the utmost professional. He was just a true statesman, and I would be so proud if I were friends or family with a man like him, because he is what American honor looks like. And we salute you wherever you are. If there's
okay, Brian, bring it back.
If there's a way, I hope that there's all right. Well,
listen, our thoughts and prayers definitely to his family, who are going through heartbreaking time right now, losing this incredible patriarch. And I said, I don't know why I said Charlie Christ before. I meant Charlie Kirk when I was thinking about his passing. Excuse me. And folks, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.